for the ladies.
Okay, I've got you live on Facebook or on YouTube.
Watch his cords.
Is it cable? Oh, the cable. Oh,
Ah, never mind.
no. I didn't know there was a cable in the way. No, we're not.
Okay, Doug, run with it.
Here we go. Welcome to Eugene Snyder Field, beautiful Argos Community Schools. Here we are. We're picking up some live extra feed action here with the Argos Girls Junior High Soccer Program versus Concord, where the Dragons are about 18 minutes left in the second half and up score 2-0. So we are welcoming everyone here tonight to tonight's broadcast. We are going to be carrying the Argos versus Rochester game here in a little bit, and it's senior night here for the Lady Dragons, and we'll be giving you all that action. So here we got let's see, there's a call made. It's going to be a free kick for the Lady Minutemen. So far the screen says Argos versus Rochester because that is the up-and-coming feature attraction, for lack of a better phrase.
We have a little undercard today.
So we do have some undercard action here. And
the boys junior high and the girls junior high have been playing the same school, scheduled up, and so the boys played the Minutemen earlier today and didn't come out so well. But the girls are fighting hard here, and this is a good competitive match, as good as I've seen this year for the junior high girls.
Well, the Lady Dragons are the junior Lady Dragons. The Lady Dragons are a very tough squad this year. They're very technically sound. One of the better squads we've had in the last, we've been very solid, to be honest, for the last few years. But this team really has put it together, undefeated so far, and look to be heading that way again. But there is a lot of time left in the game, so we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. As the corner kicks in and it's knocked out of bounds, or knocked back out, and there's a good cross with the opposite foot. It's missed by everyone. Marco's going to knock it out to the other side. Put back in the middle, and Dunlap fights for it, gets rid of it. It's back over to Concord. Hit blocked by look who it was, Micah Heckerman.
Heads up play.
Heads up play for me. Well, I've always told her, if nothing else, just put your body in front of it.
That's right. Getting in the way is a good play at that point.
Stoltz puts it forward, and it's just a little bit too direct, and it's going to be picked up by the keeper. But here we are. That's Andy Stone, Doug Heckman, Peyton and Phil Dean down there by the camera. Mr. Andrew Fajardo on the scoreboard, and for the Dragons, and then Mr. Olds doing the broadcast or announcing for the Dragons. Out of bounds on Argos, throw in for Concord. So,
long road trip for Concord to make it down here tonight on a Monday night.
You know what? It's every other year. We've traveled. It's been many a long night coming back as a junior high coach in the program. So it's everybody's used to it.
It's a good matchup, though. You want to see continue. A lot of talent on both squads. So
yeah, it's always been. This is one of the hardest schedules when it comes to the strength of schedule and the tenacity of both squads. Junior high soccer has always been a very well-matched schedule. There's basically maybe only one or two games that you can consider a little bit soft, but everything else, everybody's larger than us, so we're always facing the bigger schools. But I tell you, that does not deter the girls or the boys one bit. So, And there's Hines, puts it forward, and that's a good
Nice
ball forward.
ball.
Here goes Nana Allen. She's going up to the wing, takes a touch, gets in the box, cuts it back, and she's going to get herself a shot. And she does, and it's another goal. What a beautiful
Great.
shot. Cut back, goes right in, and just hammers it in. Beautiful near post shot. And the keeper pretty much has no chance on a ball like that.
A lot of girls with that killer instinct
Yeah.
in this squad.
You betcha. Like I said before, they play a lot together. They played some travel. They played some rec. They've been working hard, and you can really see the benefit of it. They are just a phenomenal group. A lot of good 8th graders, some great 7th graders who's come into the program. And Coach Ryan, Coach Amy, they've done very good with this group. And nothing but positives. Coach Stone there in the girls program is going to be looking forward to a lot of these players coming up in the near future.
It's a lot of good girls grouped up in a 2-year
Yeah, you betcha.
package.
Well, and then, the freshmen from this year were very strong last year. And look at the give and go play there. And now puts it right back to Allen. Gets bumped a little bit and takes it right back. Goes back in the same way she just did and puts it back towards the keeper.
That same Allen family?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gabby's sister.
Yep. Ariana, they call her Nana. Ariana Allen, another great player. All 3 of the Allen kids have been phenomenal. Devin is very technically sound. He is fantastic on the ball. Gabby, tonight you're going to see her for senior night for the Lady Dragons.
These young ladies really run the field well, too. It's a lot of extra steps people don't realize when you're that much shorter.
When you're this age, this is a monstrous field.
Yes.
But it did so well with teaching kids spacing, and that's a big, crucial part of the game. So it's a bonus for us. And, we got one of the nicest fields we have the nicest field in the north half of the state. There ain't no doubt about it. So. Yep, Troy Dunlap and a lot of the players work hard. Oh, Allen is offsides. And a lot of the volunteers, I think Mr. Snyder was out on a mower today, if I'm not mistaken. Eugene Snyder Field and lawn service. He was out mowing the baseball diamond today. So we're always thankful for our volunteers, and the dedication out of this community has been really great for the school. And you can see when they're out here. Markley got her twin brothers up on the varsity for the boys program, Colton and Cam.
It's a real treat for the young kids to get out here on the big show, too. They've been looking at this field for a long time and want to get their cleats on it. So
yeah, they get to come out here. They play under the lights sometimes. If they're the second game, they get to play under the lights, and they get to see the fans. Tonight the fans and stands are packed, so it's a pretty good crowd for them. It's a very nice thing to see. Dunlap, who's got her sister, obviously Morgan Dunlap's on the varsity, and Stoltz with a hit, and it's saved. If you think about it, which I don't know if you realize it, Stoltz has an older brother on the high school program, and then Markley's got 2, obviously. Nana has a brother and a sister, Alan. You got Dunlap with 1 up there. So Boffman has Parker, her older sister, up there. Shane Stevens plays for the goalkeeper's brother. He's up there. So it's a
lot of familiar names you'll be hearing.
Giant family. You do one thing in Argos, you do them all, because just from the sheer numbers, there's a lot of overlapping sports, and it's kind of nice. Good play. There's a pull. Misses. Hit, and a stay by Stevens. Right on that near post, not letting anything through. Let's see it. And she got a good hit. And it's going to bounce over 10. There's no doubt about it. And and the next one. Hits it. Stoltz has it. Drops. Down. Looks. Gets around her. And she's tripped. And there's the foul. Yeah.
You can see it with this group that a lot of times they do stop and look for that drop pass really early on. It's a good thing to see at this age.
Yeah, they understand it well. Ball's in.
Quote of Westview Junior High from last week, he said, "That's the most awesome junior high girl team I've ever seen."
Yeah, they're very technical.
And then you watch the games like you couldn't believe it.
Yeah, this is a very good technical group. We've had a lot of good teams for the last 5-6 years, but this is one of the finest. There's no doubt about it. Ball's played over. Concord has it. Looks, puts it over. Crosses towards the middle. There's a gap. There's outnumbered. It looks like some tired legs for the Dragons. And Boffman puts it out. And look at the midfield. Needs to get back and help out. The Stoltz and Markley's ambling in. And let's see where Dunlap's going. And Nana's just staying out. And that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
If anything quickly cleared out, she can just turn and go. And let's see what.
That's a complete sellout there.
There it is. She's all by herself. And Hines is trying it. She knew what she wanted to do.
Man.
And now, here it is. But, what a pass. Touch forward. And she's moved off the ball just a bit. Hines gets it over. They were trying to get it to her. They knew she was by herself and just didn't have it. 9 minutes left in the game.
I was waiting for the hockey move, pull the keeper there for a second.
Well, the goalkeeper is the only position you cannot pull. It has to have a goalkeeper for a game. That's in the rules, so in the laws of the game, you must have a goalkeeper. So when someone gets a goalkeeper gets a red card, they put another one in and pull a field player. So, but it's the goalkeeper was probably nervous. There's a good ball forward. Markley's going to get there. Cuts it. And she gets a hard, heavy hit. She puts it back in the center, and she doesn't. And it's blocked out, and it's going to be a goal kick, and she does not get it across. Looks like Coach Stone and Coach Nifong are talking to the subs. Andrews, number 18. Lauren Andrews is in. Her father played here at Argos. Part of a great group of players back in the day. Andrews has got an opportunity. Can she finish? She kicks it, and it just goes wide. And that's a great attempt. She was doing that on cue as I was talking about her dad.
That's right. That's one of those slow motion shots for the keeper. You can't get back for it, so you just
hope it goes away. This is like, please don't roll in. Well, while we're talking, congratulations to the boys taking the invitational with about a minute 10 or minute 11 seconds left in the game before PK shootout. Owen Nifong gets a game winner. He said it wasn't the prettiest, but it sure did feel good to go in and relax and enjoy the victory. So,
well-deserved, hard-working player.
It was hard-working. It was a hard play. They were up, dominating most of the game, and there was about a 9-minute spell where they got a little lax, a little tired, and allowed the Northwood Panthers, they put 2 in with almost a minute's time. So, but they battled through it, got the victory, took home a little hardware, and Markley misses, and that's played right out, hits it, and that's blocked. Fajardo with the great pressure gets it up to Markley. Markley gets across. Here's a left, and it's blocked and saved. And very good on Andrews. She didn't swing through. She just let the keeper grab it. She knew she was going to be close. Didn't hit her. So
this is a hungry offense. I mean, they're up 3-0. They're still working hard to score, but they're not selfish.
No, there's a very good team squad. Andrews gets it. She's battling. Gets moved off the ball. And she takes it away. Lost it. Here comes Concord. Puts it forward, and Hines Takes it, gives it back to Andrews. Andrews has got to move. Takes it around her. Puts it across the center. Oh, and it's blocked, and it goes over to the keeper. And I don't know what the girl's wanting. She fell down. And a kick out of bounds, going to be Dragon throw in. 3 subs coming in. Going to give some people a break.
Lauren's dad, Caleb, was known for the throw-in. When he was taking a throw-in, it was almost like a corner kick.
Yeah.
That's how we lined up. Big arm.
Yep. Baseball player, basketball player, and a soccer player.
Yep, 3-sport athlete.
They didn't really have track for him, so they couldn't do a 4-sport.
We had one track athlete at the time, Richard
Warren.
Warren. Yep.
I was a 4-sport athlete for a couple years, and then a couple of times where we're a baseball uniform running a track event and hoping that we didn't get back out on the field before our event was done was enough. And I was like, it's just not worth it. So.
You can't even tell where the track was.
Nope. I know where it was at, but we know, but if you weren't here and never were around back then, you wouldn't realize there was a track around this. But 4.5 minutes left. Ball's in the center, and the goalkeeper's coming out to get it.
If the ball was heading out of bounds and you didn't slow yourself down, you were going on skates.
Yeah, you knew it. You knew it real quick. It's almost like the travel field now with the walking track around it, but I think this asphalt's a little slick compared to even the rubber style asphalt track that we had was a little more forgiving. People always ask why you take it out. Well, if people aren't using it, it's a very expensive thing to keep up.
Yes.
Here comes the Dragons. Samantha Redinger can't get there. So I think Scott Olds is going to be reading the senior night stuff, so I'll be putting the headset over there, so when he messes it up, it'll be on air as well as live, so we won't have to worry about him. Here's a shot, and it's off the goalpost. Who's going to finish it? Oh, on a tackle from behind with no call.
Talking about getting away with one right there.
Yeah. The official, Mr. Petz over there, didn't want to blow the whistle, I guess. Felt sorry for him since they were up by 3, but that was a 2-point takedown. And Heckman, look at her. Feisty, tenacious. Look at her. Relentless. You like it.
Pursuit.
Uh-oh. There we go. The Dragons, a great tackle. Fajardo is a beast back there. Markley with the tap. And Samantha Redinger's got the 1v1. Oh, she was trying to slide it through, and she just couldn't do it.
Good vision.
Ball's forward, and Markley's got it. And it's broke up. Back in the middle. Not a best play, but Concord handles it and puts it wide. Fajardo with the throw-in. And the subs are back in. Heckman out. Nana's coming back as left back defender. Emma in the back. And Sophie in front. Ball's up forward. Markley. Markley's battling. She wants a goal. And she hits it with the left, and it's saved by the keeper.
A lot of pressure right down to the last 2 minutes.
Well, there's no way for the other team to score if they don't get it on their half.
That's
so
right.
It's kind of nice. And that's great work from Stoltz, blocking it. And the Lady Dragons looking very sharp so far. Going to keep their undefeated season going. Austin hits it forward. Drops it. Nana hits it forward. And that's a great through ball. And they let the keeper have it. She wasn't quite ready for it, but. Well, we got a crowd building up down here in front for the senior night. And it's going to be a Dragon throw-in with 1:05 left. Andrews gets it. Look at her. She's going to be in. Takes a touch. And it's cleared out by the second defender, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Dragons.
The Concord can't wait for this one to end.
No.
But a nice shutout for the Dragons.
I think the Dragons have only been scored off against Goshen, and they were down 2-0 at half, and then beat them 4-2. 4 straight goals. That's a great battle. And there's a good ball in, and it's going to be another corner kick. Nana Allen, she's going to kick it in and then go say congratulations to her senior sister. Hits it in. Ball's and it's cleared out. 20 seconds left. Stoltz turns. Nana has it. Breaks up the play again. Tough, tenacious. Hits it in the middle. Good work. Fields tries to get it in. And that's going to be it. That's the game. Dragons win 3-0. Another game for the Lady Dragons. I think they are now 5 or 6-0 on the season, so that's pretty good. So we're going to we're just going to stay here. The seniors are lined up for senior night, and the rest of the players are out there. As you can see, there is Bloom and Candy. It's changed a bit from when it was our days.
Yeah.
I talk about it almost every season, and in every sport it drives me insane. Senior night does, because in my day, we took a single flower out to our mom and our dad, and we gave it to our moms because they're the ones putting up with all the headaches and the hard work of getting the kids there. And we honored our parents for doing all the work more than anything else. Oh, so you've been turned down. Peyton, why are you so loud? You're so loud, Peyton. You're in headphones right from us, bro. So
there's a silver lining to this late start tonight.
Yeah, we just adjusted the volume so we didn't have to hear you, Mr. Olds.
We won't be staring into a sunset tonight.
It's going to be a gorgeous evening. No sunset no sun in our eyes.
And the lights are working on the camera.
The lights are working on the camera. We did figure out that we hit the manual instead of the automatic button.
We got educated.
We got educated, as they say. Right here in the stick. So here we are. We're going to turn over the microphone headset to Mr. Olds as he gets ready to announce senior night. And we're just going to let the camera go on the action with Phil Dean, the cameraman, down there, who's raw excitement. Look at him. Look at him dancing. He can't help himself. What's up?
Congratulations to all the Argos girls seniors.
I did.
Everybody, they're doing the memes about her.
Gabriella Justine Allen, daughter of Michael and Leslie Allen. Her future plans are to go to college and major in elementary education. Her most memorable moment would be her freshman year when she won the Invitational. Advice to underclassmen: have fun because it goes fast. McKenna Burkholder, daughter of Becky and Travis Pugh. Her future plans are to attend college and become a physical therapist. Her most memorable moment: the time Coach Sammy sniped Lauren and she fell face first. Advice to underclassmen: never whisper anything under your breath. Coach Joe hears everything. Right, Amani? Senior McKenna Burkholder. Kaylee Carlton, daughter of Christian and Tony Lickhart. Future plans are to attend Purdue University. Her most valuable moment was when Coach had to do 25 push-ups. Her advice to underclassmen is make the most out of every moment because high school goes by in a blink of an eye. Senior Kaylee Carlton. Laura Stone, daughter of Joseph and Amy Stone. Her future plans are to go to college and play soccer. Her most memorable moment is my junior year when Coach went to pump the ball and he slipped and fell. Advice to underclassmen: don't say anything bad in front of Coach. The push-ups aren't worth it. Senior Laura Stone. Again, congratulations to all of the senior class.
All right. Well, it's just a little different from last year. We had large numbers, and then myself out on the pitch there with my daughter, turning it over, and now it's my niece out there, Laura Stone. I've coached these girls, well, I don't know how many seasons over the years, but it's been quite a bit, and I'm very proud of all of them, and it's really good to see them enjoying this time. It's never easy. And it does go faster than what they think. You know, I can remember my days, but they're few and far between now. It's different, isn't it? I mean, it's just so, it goes so fast, and when you see them, they're thinking, oh yeah, I got this and that. Well, it's gone and it's over. And sometimes you keep playing, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you start coaching, sometimes you start broadcasting. Right? They're like,
That's right.
so you know. You can still stay involved in the sport. You know, you always love to watch your kids do it and this and that, but there's something special about playing. There's something really special about playing here at Argos. We have the history. We started the history, and the girls and the boys both have just continued with that legacy, and they've done some amazing things over the years. And, well, even the gentleman with the name on the field, he's done some amazing things for the program over the years, and we just hope that everybody just continues. It's just fantastic, fantastic. And it's not just Argos only, it's the communities and around the surrounding areas. Sport has grown so much. We have travel players. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 girls on the Rochester squad that I coach right now or have coached this year. And that's what it's about. It's about growing the sport. And it's getting friendships and relationships with other girls in other areas and other boys in other areas. And sometimes they continue, you know, and they go to the next level. And that's what you want to see, them continuing and having some fun and enjoying the passion what their sport really is. So, well, it looks like Coach Stone's trying to corral the balloons and everything else off the pitch so he can get them ready for game time, get the pictures over, and get everything else ready to go. So,
Yeah, just seeing Rochester out here is a really good example of how the sport's grown in this area.
sure. They didn't have a program for years.
Yeah, for years and years, just on the outside of our community development league that we have going on here with Marshall County and Stark County. And probably early 2000s got them involved with Fulton. And to see it grow into high school sport here is
it's
nice.
very nice. And I tell you what, we've always been on the forefront with the sports, and I think it's just a good vision that the school has always had. We're still one of the only schools. We are the only school in the immediate area that has junior high soccer, but it's been around for years. I played junior high soccer, so I know it's been around for at least 30 years because I've been out for 27. So, and there's large schools that they don't do it, and I really don't understand it, but, that's their choice. But you can see the benefits from it. You see that the already understanding what it's like to be on a big field in front of so many fans, and sometimes you don't get that kind of, pleasure and enjoyment out of a junior high sport. But you definitely do when you come here and you're playing junior high soccer. A lot of the bigger schools that Culver Military Academy, it's almost every year we have junior high players, boys or girls. The Kleins, Nora Klein, Patty Klein, Jackson Badalich, all of them, they all come through here for junior high, and then they go to go over to military academy. Killian Bailey, he was at Argos for junior high, and then stayed in Rochester where his dad, Kirk and Vicky have their house, so he went to high school down in Rochester, played golf and soccer. You see it branch out. And I can't tell you the number of coaches that come from this area.
Oh yeah.
There's some of your classmates, I'm sure. I mean, even to Billy Redinger, Phil Hummel,
Yep.
and Becca Kripe.
I know Chad Kinney was involved with the Bremen program as they
Chad
got going.
Kinney, and there's just been a ton of coaches that's come through this area, and from Argos, and that's right now, Lil McFarland has been starting the rec league for Triton and Bourbon. So when I went over and did a soccer camp for them, they're in conjunction with Ancilla, and that was real nice, and I enjoyed it. It was a good time for those kids. So, and we had them out to a game up at Ancilla, them and the soccer camp from Rochester, and it was a good time. So.
Well, for a number of years, you could see their numbers growing within our community program.
Oh, sure.
And it was definitely to the point where they could, start to field some of the teams, and it's good to see it grab a foothold over there.
Yep.
Such a close community.
Well, yeah, and sooner or later, I don't want to say this for a fact, but sooner or later, if it's not a big school, high school football will not be relevant in a 1A, 2A school. I mean, it's just going to be a matter of time. One, it's very, very expensive, and two, it's just hard with the numbers. Look at John Glenn. John Glenn has less football players on their program right now than we have high school girls soccer players. They're down in the 30s for a football team, and that is just about miserable because you're doing double duty, offense and defense. And I tell you what, you're struggling to keep up with that. So
it's definitely a leading story across the country. I mean,
headaches,
football
and concussions
numbers are way down.
And people don't want. I don't care if my kid gets hurt. I tell my daughter, I tell my sons, get up. I don't care. Get on and get going. But with football, the severity of injuries, concussions, it just comes to where parents are just pulling away from the sport. And schools, when you have to get your helmets checked twice a year just to make sure that there's no cracks, I mean, that gets real costly. So a lot of these schools need to start thinking about other options, and Argos has done it too. We've added lacrosse. I mean, we did.
Yeah.
We've added lacrosse. We're the only one in the area. Culver Military's had it, but that's a whole different subject over there with them. They're crazy good, and they've had it for a long time, and it's more of an eccentric sport out east compared to around in this area. We're the first ones to have that as a club, and I think after this year, second year, it'll become a high school sport for us, and it's phenomenal.
It's moving its way.
It's moving
to the Midwest.
Yeah, it's the third fastest growing sport in the United States. So we might as well be on board. Which once again, we're kind of the trendsetter, so it's a nice thing to see.
But we've seen, soccer explode in even our lifetimes.
Yeah,
here.
Ridiculous! It's crazy
to be able to watch a soccer game on television when we were younger. I mean, it was a real challenge.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we didn't have we didn't have all the channels. We didn't have everything else with social media and all the. But still, it didn't matter when there was nothing. It was hard pressed to find a game, and when WHME come down and put it was a game of the week on TV live from, Channel 46, Argos versus Warsaw, like 5 years ago. It was the first one in Indiana's history. Non-state game that was a live regular season game. So it was kind of a neat deal. And but we love to see it. We want to wish a huge shout out to RTC4 for giving us this opportunity again this year, and all of our sponsors down in that area to help us out. It's just thankful for them to let us broadcast these things. They get kind of a double action feature because it is going to be Rochester versus Argos, so both Argos and Rochester communities will have a stake to watch this game. So it'll be a very nice game. Now, Rochester's done very well so far this year. They've had a couple big wins, so it's going to be a challenge. The girls did come out and took out undefeated team last week, Saturday, a 6-0 team from Upland, Indiana, and beat them 3-2.
Yeah, I think there was some benefit off of playing a really tough Culver Military Academy team earlier in the week, and
that was they're a very
sharpened
strong team.
themselves against a very strong team.
Well, they got beat up pretty good against Plymouth, and then they really had to fight against Warsaw. Warsaw thumped Plymouth, and then we battled them pretty good for a while, and we just got a little tired and we lost to them. And it was a pretty good hit. But then playing a team like that just got us prepared to play against Culver Military, and it was 3-3 till about the last 15 minutes, and then they got a goal in, and then got tired and then snuck that last one in. But up until that point, it was a very solid match, and then the girls have just grown from those hard, tough losses. So, well, I think we're going to take a quick break right before they get in. We got 2.5 minutes to go, and we're going to just. Do you got a commercial you want to go to, or we're just going to go ahead and pause it here as far as the sound and let the view just take over? Let's see here. Advertisement.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
The top bleacher seat.
All right, we're going to get ready to go with the lineups, and I think that the girls might be escorted, or we're going to have halftime entertainment with the little U8, 9, or 9-10 Argos FC travel girls with them tonight. Not real sure. I saw them out there kicking around earlier, so maybe we'll have some halftime entertainment. We're going to turn the mic over to Scott Olds. He's doing the announcing for the program, and we're going to let him read the starting lineups, and we'll be right back with the action.
You want to stop the clock and put in 40 minutes? So that horn doesn't go off while you're doing the set. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps and direct your attention to the flag on the south side of the field as we honor America with our national anthem. And for the starting lineups for the Lady Zebras, sophomore midfielder number 3, Abby Richard. Sophomore defender number 6, Tessa Brooks. Senior defender number 9, Lillian Scott. Junior forward number 10, Jordan Jennings. Junior forward number 12, Claire Bright. Senior midfielder number 13, Karina Peterson.
She had 4 girls last game.
Sophomore defender number 23, Ellie Schenk. Sophomore forward number 25, Krista Dillingham. Sophomore midfielder number 30, Dallas Holloway. Senior midfielder number 31, Adrienne Shepard. Freshman in the keeper position, number 0, Kelly Woods. And for the Lady Dragons, junior midfielder, number 3, Parker Boffman. Senior midfielder, number 5, Gabby Allen. Sophomore forward, number 9, Sydney Shepard.
Jennings?
Junior defender, number 11, Laura Hampton. Senior midfielder, number 12, McKenna Burkholder. Junior defender, number 14, Peyton Betts. Senior midfielder, number 16, Alora Stone. Junior forward, number 18, Morgan Dunlap. Sophomore midfielder, number 20, Madeline Vanderwill. Senior defender, number 23, Kaylee Carlton. And junior in the keeper position, number 0, Amani Gonzalez.
All right, I'm bringing that over here.
The Lady Zebras are led by head coach Chantel Rensberger.
All right, there's the starting lineups for tonight's main event. Let's get ready to rumble.
That's right.
All right.
This weather couldn't be any nicer for soccer tonight.
Oh, this is beautiful soccer weather. I tell you what, we've talked about it. Soccer season can get that way. It can be miserably hot and humid, which we've had already this year, and then it can be just perfect, and then it can be raining and cold as all get out, and then the next thing you know, you're playing with sleet and a little bit of snow flying, and that's one of the things that appeals to the sport. I mean, you talk about it and we battle through it, and it's just one of those things. It's always nice inside of a gym. You got it all pretty and clean and the hardwood and this and that, but soccer, the elements can be a real contender in the match, and that's you learn to compete with it. So it's a nice thing. But tonight is absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait. Man,
You always hear from new parents get involved in the sport. Are you going to practice in the rain? Yes, we're going to practice.
well,
we're going to play in the rain. We're going to practice in the
we
rain.
better practice just in case we have to play. So. And there they go with the drop back. And Stone takes it immediately and goes around the next one immediately and goes there, and it's kicked back, and it's going to be a throw-in.
About as deep as a throw-in can get down there.
Yep. Off almost the inside of the flag. And Shepard, by the looks, grabs the ball. Going to throw it in. It's blocked. Hit out. And they knock it forward. Hits a diagonal. Allen fakes. Puts it right over to Stone. Back over to Allen.
Let's give and go.
Allen, and hits it with the left, and it's going to go wide to the goal.
A little hard on that feeder pass.
Yeah.
But they're coming out aggressive.
Yeah, it's already, it's senior night. Everybody plays hard. They want to go after it, and, nobody wants to lose. So they play like with the tenacity they did against CGA, and it could be a very good scoreline for the Lady Dragons. But
That was a very well-played strategic game.
yeah, it was a good battle, and there's a good ball in, and it's off the keeper, and picks it up. Bounces, and it's out. It's going to be a Dragon throw in. There's a good throw. Broke up, and Dragon throwing again. And they're not taking any time. Boffman's going to try to get the cross in. Cuts back, and it's kicked out of bounds, and it's going to be corner kick.
Argos corner.
Alora Stone's going out to take the corner. Dunlap. Allen. Boffman. Vanderwill goes to it. Miss. Here's a shot. On the ground, blocked. Shot again, back towards it, and it's going to be a goal kick wide.
Couple of tries. The ball right there along the 18. That's a great ball to strike.
Yep.
On goal. Rochester seemed to get in the way. You can tell already it looks like a totally different team from how they came out of the academy, set back in their defensive set with just a couple of strikers doing work up front. They're throwing a lot more girls forward.
Yeah, they're going forward with it, and they're wanting to pressure that ball. And here goes Laura Stone doing that exact thing, and they just kick it out and relinquish the throw in. It's going to be a high-pressure game. Unfortunately for Rochester, it's going to be at their end, I would assume, quite a bit.
Sort of a roles reversed from the other night.
Pretty much. And there's going to be another corner. Second one of the night.
Sierra Weathers is out with an Achilles injury.
Sierra Weathers is? Yeah, Sierra Weathers. She played travel for us last season. She's injured with an Achilles injury?
Yeah.
Oof. That's not a good one to have. Oof. Been out, so that hurts the Rochester squad. There's a great ball in, and it's a header! Oh, my word! What a header! Holy cow, what a connection from Dunlap. She was screaming into the box and drills it, and it's just wide of the goal. Man, if that would have went in. Woof! Wow. What a great ball in from Stone and a header from Dunlap.
Header on a dead sprint.
Definitely. She probably didn't have time to close her eyes. Ah, boy. Man, that was fantastic. Didn't go in, but whew, you can't ask for anything harder challenge and effort than that. There's a good turn. And it's throw-in for the Dragons. So Jennings, number 10, she's going to stay up high because she's wanting to try to get the ball and turn with speed. Jordan Jennings, the junior for Rochester. But right at the moment, the ball's not getting up that near that area, and the Dragons just want to keep that compact in.
An experienced team out here for Rochester.
Oh, yeah.
Upperclassmen.
Shepard, she played on up here with us. She played indoor for me, and then she was on our travel team again this year. So she's done really good things.
A large group of sophomores on this team.
Yeah, there's a large number. And
it's good for the future.
Yeah, Rochester's program has grown. Shepard. Sydney Shepard battles Jennings and takes good position and gets the ball back. Hits it forward. Knocked up, and that's, I think, the first time it's been across midfield. And here comes Burkholder, the senior. Puts it in the corner. Oh, and it's it's a good block, but it's an unfortunate hit to the face. But she's staying right with it. Ball in the middle, broke up. Hit out of bounds, and it's going to be, throw in for Rochester.
That was a good breakup, too, because they were screaming down the middle.
Yeah, Burkholder with a nice
full
ball.
run.
And went off of, I think, number 8 or number 9, maybe Lily Scott. Kind of got her in the face, not real sure. But that one hit pretty good because she put her head back a little bit on that one. Throw in for the Dragons again. Header. And throw in for the Dragons again. Well, there's going to be no doubt about it. Rochester is going to throw numbers back in the box as much as possible. Nope. Argos throw in. It's a throw down. Boffman has it. Drops it. Burkholder hits it forward. And it's going to be to the keeper. Needs to get that a little bit higher in the box. Here's a punt, and it's a good hit. Vanderweel off her back, and it's going to go Dragons, or it's going to be the Lady Zebras ball.
What's the call here?
She went about down the field about 5-6 feet.
Trying to gain a little extra real estate.
A little real estate there. There's a throw in. Hampton with miss. Betts has it. Peyton Betts was an absolute beast versus CGA. She was so tough.
Yeah, great game.
Yep, she worked really hard, was really battling. The defense did much better And but yeah, she was so tough on that one. Ball in the middle. Betts, a nice easy clearance out wide. And Hampton missed. Betts with a good ball wide. Parker Boffman, if she lets that go wide and runs with it, they got a counterattack big time, but she knocks it in the negative. And Kaylee Carlton's not making that mistake. She's clearing it up. Vanderbilt with a good breakup.
Saw that pass coming.
Yep, Vanderbilt's got her. Vanderbilt's going. Turns.
She's looking for that
and
drop.
That's good. So far, Rochester's handled the pressure. Boffman hits it forward off of Rochester. Hits it wide. Jennings tries to keep it in and is not able to. Vanderbilt looks. Gives it forward. Shepard knocked off the ball. And it's going to be Rochester.
Going to need some of that good quality passing that we saw earlier to get some good quality shots.
Yep. Carlton hits it over to Stone. Stone's going to turn with it. Shepard's on her, and then she just plays it wide. Dunlap gets it. Can she save it? She can. She turns the corner, and it's out of bounds.
Nope. Turned around
Second,
in time.
that first touched it, but it still was out of bounds. Burkholder turns with it, hits it up the field. Dunlap.
That was a nice turn.
Yep, gets it, and the give and goes on. Here comes Dunlap, and it's out of bounds. Unfortunately, the pass is a little too far forward and not to feet. Played up and throw in.
This ball has spent a lot of time out of bounds so far in this game.
Especially on that side of the pitch.
That side, the end lines.
Yeah, it's been out, but that's all right. We'll see what happens. And now it's a dragon throw in. The ball girls or ball boys on the other side are going to be busy.
Be busy.
That looks like Ava Vanderwill. Throws it, gets a throw in. Allen puts it forward, and there Stone runs onto it. The goalkeeper's going to get there.
Rochester defense has done a really nice job of stepping up and being aggressive and getting in front of passes.
Well, and they just realize, hey, if it's kicked out and away, it's not near our goal, and that's what we want. So hits it wide. Dunlap hits it up and doesn't get anything on. She needs to go ahead and pull that back, let the defender run by her, and then dribble into space. And here comes the first sub.
Number 18, Olivia Richard.
Kicked up. Carlton hits it in the middle.
I think Argos can afford to settle the ball down and look around a little bit and have a little more patience.
Well, they're kind of just – they want to get that first goal in, and sometimes they rush that. Ball still in. Played forward. Betts hits it out. Oof. A little bit of a hand there. Jennings and Hampton breaks it up. Jennings is going the opposite way, and that's fine by Hampton. Goes around her. Hampton cuts it off and puts it in the middle, and here comes Vanderwill. Ball's played forward.
Nice, safe, smart play.
Yep. Betts, she doesn't mess around. She just hits it out, gets her team back into position.
Exactly what you want from your fullback right there.
It's played back. Shepard turns away from the defender. Hits it forward. Hampton, and battles for it, and it's going to be a throw-in for Rochester.
It's really been back and forth, pretty even to this point.
Offsides.
Offsides?
Well, I mean, the Dragons have definitely had more chances. They've had, 5 shots off frame and maybe one on. But it's down here more than what it was in the first 5-10 minutes, that's for sure. So Betts is just going to hit it out. Vanderwill. Nice bicycle kick. And Sydney Shepard lets the girl run by her, but now she gets it. Parker Boffman takes it. And unfortunately goes to the wrong side of Laura Stone. If she would have hit it early, Stone was making that run, would have had a good through ball, but she kept it one more touch and then went to the wrong side of her.
A little out of sync.
Yep. Vanderwill looks. Vanderwill plays it wide, a little too wide, to say the least.
That's a theme here.
I
tonight.
guess. Well, they're not playing the feet, so they're already constantly through balls. Well, it's through to the outside. So
Fastball.
yeah, there's the header. They're doing the right things as far as spreading the field and going the wide. Play a little bit more to feet, pick them apart, create those passing lanes, and go. Kaylee Carlton hits it forward, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Throw in for Rochester. Dragons just need to relax and organize. Rochester working to keep it forward as much as possible. Shepard and Parker Boffman. Betts.
Are down. Pressure's coming.
And kicks it out of bounds. Now on that one, she had a little bit more time. She could have just pulled back and hit up the field, but she allows her team to get back and get organized. Header. Here's Rochester. Shepard breaks it up. Shepard. And now here's Dallas. Puts it over. Dunlap has it. Goes towards the side. Kaylee Carlton hits it forward. And let me guess. Yes. Throw in Rochester.
Is this a narrow field tonight?
Nope. No, it is not. Same field that the JV was just using, so that's it. Allen to Dunlap. Dunlap looks, hits it up to Stone.
There we go.
Stone takes a touch. Now she's going to go around her. Can she beat her? No. Heavy touch, out of bounds the end line. Coach Joe's probably not going to be real excited with how they're playing. He's going to want her to take that touch and cut it straight to that near post, take that girl on 1v1, and go to goal. And here comes a couple subs. Trump.
For the Lady Dragons,
And
number 2, Hannah Trump, and number 19, Lizzie Edmonds.
Lizzie Edmonds comes in. Hannah Trump, freshman. Lizzie Edmonds, freshman. Trumpy's known. She's got quality little speed, good little ball, and tenacious. And she should be able to take the defender, the left back, or right back for out of the game if she goes fast and goes around her. Great little pass in the middle. One more to Stone. Stone looks, fakes, gives it back over to Vanderwill. Vanderwill with the miss hit. And she's not happy with that.
It was a nice pass.
It was a good ball back because she just didn't curl it. And it's going to be throw-in for the Dragons. She knew what she wanted to do. She watched her brother Spencer do it 100 times. And there's a good hit, and it's in.
Oh, my.
I told you.
Oh,
called it.
my.
Burkholder with a smash from distance.
I don't think anybody saw that coming.
I saw it. I said it before you got the keeper. I called it.
You called that chip shot the other night, too, didn't you?
I called that. I said, that's in. I called it before it even got to her, and it was probably just past the 18, and I could tell it was over her head.
Well, that's a beautiful shot.
That, you take a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. We've said it before. We've seen Samantha, and some of them girls do that 50 times over the years. When you can go high and you can do it accurate with power, it's just about impossible to stop. And that was just a great goal.
Caught the freshman keeper off guard, that's for sure.
Yeah, if she would have known it was coming, if she wasn't stopping that, those are just so difficult. So there was many a game where the people knew Samantha was taking a free kick from distance, and you just can't stop those. It's just how it goes. And that's a beautiful idea and a nice shot. So puts the Dragons up 1-0, and that's going to settle them down just a bit. Rochester's got tons of fight in them this year, and I love it. They're very, very tenacious.
Dragons, number 6, Allison Zahn.
Another freshman for the Dragons comes in. That's 3 freshmen on the field right now at the moment. So Coach Joe using the younger squad, getting them lots of experience. He used them last couple of games, and it's only going to pay dividends for the future. Here's a good ball in the middle. Miss hit. It's backwards, and it's going to be corner kick. So Edmonds is going to take the corner, and Laura Stone's going in the middle. Laura Stone definitely tenacious, but Edmonds is 6'2" maybe. I want her in the middle. I'm sorry. She towers. She can get the ball in.
It was sort of the theme of the night the other night.
It
The
was.
tallest girl was taking the kick.
Yeah, the tallest girl on both squads.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And there's the ball in. It's hit. Now Edmonds is going to take a chance. She does. Look at that
That's
hit.
a
And it's just too far. Nobody's there on the back post. And it's out of bounds.
Boy, you can't be mad about that. That was
that was a good
nice
idea.
ball.
You just put it right back into play. Good things happen when it's in front of the goal. 21 and a half to go in the first. Dragons lead 1-0. Lady Zebras put it to the opposite side. Shift the field. Puts it up. Off the head. Dunlap. Ball's played forward. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Dragons. One of these things they got to realize in Rochester, and especially, I mean, they're kicking it forward. They're just clearing it out. But when they kill her that far out and it goes out of bounds, you're just giving the ball back to the other team. Try to go forward and try to find a teammate. Maybe you can get something else besides just the out of bounds, because I could tell you how many throw-ins the Dragons have had already today. And here's another one as I speak. So a little bit of desperation. Fakes, cross, blocked, and cleared out. Burkholder, and it's another, throw in. It goes off of Burkholder, it must have, and there's going to be a throw in for the Lady Zebras. Dunlap hits it forward, drop back to her, and it's a good through ball. Burkholder cuts it and hits it back forward, and it's kicked up, and now headed by Betts. And that's a good play. And it's misjudged, and here comes Rochester.
On the run.
Shots missed by number 30, Dallas, and Betts with a tough defensive play. Clears it, and there's a misread at the other end. Can Stone get there in time? And she does not. Throw in for the Dragons. And throws it into the open space while Dunlap's running onto it. Shepard is tackled by Vanderweel. Plays it forward. Dunlap plays it forward for Stone. Can she get a good cross off? Here it comes. Oh, and that's a great cross. There's a open header. And Allison Zom just about gets it. It goes off the top of her head and goes up instead of forward. Well, the Rochester defender stepped right in front of her at the perfect time to interrupt her view. And that's good defensive play, but a great cross and a great effort. Stone trying to get one in over there to Zom, and just off of Zom's head.
A lot of nice crosses right across the middle already in this game.
Dunlap has it, fakes, pulls, press, and she goes in. Hits it across again. It's a bouncer. And the goalkeeper's going to wrangle that one up. And she has a pretty good hit. Let's see how far it goes this time. And they are definitely trying to get it. Man, Vanderweel hits it back. Zom knocks it forward. Trump. And there's a long ball up, and it's going to tail out of bounds again. Jennings can't get to it.
I can tell you that Rochester's going to have some exhausted midfielders by the end of this game.
Exhausted.
They're working them hard.
Yeah, the defense and mids are working super hard, and Jennings up top. She's got an engine. She's a very tenacious, very active player. Captain as a junior. But at this rate, she's going to be pretty much dying at the end regulation. There's a good ball forward. Broke up by Hampton. Hampton's waiting for her to apply pressure and then just puts it too far forward. And throw in for Lady Zebras. Shepard has it, turns away. Betts puts it forward that time. Trump comes across, gets a touch on it, and she's going to carry the ball and puts it
Some open
to
field there.
Allen. Allen plays it forward. Shepard battles and play on. Oof. Dangerous play since Allen was down. Shepard's not waiting. She's hitting it forward. Jennings. And it's off of, I think that's right, Dana Bright.
Not able to track it down.
Where we have the luxury of having most of our, the parents, a lot of the parents that are of our players played themselves. You can't always say that for the Rochester group. I mean, they didn't really have it down there. Now their head coach is an Argos alumnus. Chantel Gordon back then, Rensberger now, she was a Argos alum. And so they have the benefit of having some of the old Argos knowledge come down and help this program. And you can see it's paying dividends. They are a much improved squad. Zom, freshman, going to throw it in. Allen. Broke up, kicked out, throw in for the Dragons.
You see the growth happen a little bit faster on the girls' side in soccer.
Yeah. Well, girls, if you really watch, they rely more on technical ability and than what they do just athleticism. Boys will run 100 mile an hour, and the girls think more about it. They do more, just like those little plays there. They get physical and they work hard, but the technical ability is used more on the girls' side than on the boys. If you watch the women's national team, it's very evident. So we've always said that, especially at a younger age, the girls are like little sponges and soak it up a little more than the boys. They're very athletic, and the boys' side physical, want to get out and run and go. And it almost transpires all the way up. So the game's a little slower, but it's because it's a little more technical and tactical than what it is with just all-out run and gun and great quality work, which the boys have good technical ability. There's no doubt about it on all the teams in the area, but the speed of play is definitely slower with the ladies. Hampton, good little touch, good little move, still in play. No one knows where it's at, and she kicks it out, and it's going to be a throw-in for Rochester.
There's a little bit of that if you can rely on speed and power.
Yeah, I mean, Owen Nifong is a perfect example. He is just basically one of the strongest players, physically strongest players with his size, and he just got a great balance on Argos and every team we play against. He's got such natural athletic ability with his strength, and it just pays dividends, and it just helps out so much. To where you may have someone that's more technically skilled, but if they don't have that strength and size, they're almost at a disadvantage. So, and Burkholder back in, coming in on the left side, going to go against Jennings for a bit. And Hampton did a very good job, and she earned her rest. Ball in the middle, Boffman, and it's just a miss hit. Sydney Shepard was wide open on the wide. If she had hit that forward, smart play there. Carlton up and out of bounds. Taylor Dottle back in from her injury in the middle. And there's going to be, what is the call? It's going to be a free kick. He moved arms back and forth a couple times. I didn't know what his call was. It's going to be a free kick for the Lady Zebras.
Argos foul.
Good ball in.
Nice kick.
And Dottle with the chest, not even flinching, going after it with her tenacious. And here's Jennings, and Dunlap comes right across Jennings and says, "Thank you very much." She's got two on her, hits it forward, and it's going to be Lady Zebras' ball.
Jennings sideline to sideline. She's all over that midfield. They're really
Jennings
strong.
is tough. I've talked about it. I've told her mom and dad. I said, I've always liked how she's played when she was younger and this and that. She's just in the wrong school. So I said Argos has got a long history with players named Jennings, every sport. So you're just in the wrong school. That's all. And there's a good play, defensive, and Trump has it, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Dragons. So now Jordan is absolutely a fantastic girl, sweetheart, just very athletic, very tenacious, and she absolutely loves this sport. So.
And number 20, Madeline Vanderwill.
Stone and Vanderwill back in. Couple nieces of mine. Throw in. Great throw in to Allen. Splits them and can't get through. Vanderwill over to Burkholder. Burkholder and a good cross. Look at it. Shepard's open and it goes past them both. And that Shepard's going to have to ask herself, well, how that girl who is a step behind her beats her to that ball. She's got to be on the horse full speed all the time. And there's an unfortunate hit from Boffman and gives a throw in for the Lady Z's.
Rochester really come out here and worked hard.
Yeah, they've worked
point.
super hard so far this first half.
Lots of hustle.
Yeah, we're going to see if they have the engines to keep it up. Stone hits it over in the middle. It's broke up. Jennings may have an opportunity here. And Betts runs through it. Look at Betts. Hits it wide, and that's a great ball. And it's going to roll out, but it's all the way down here at this end instead of where it was in the danger zone. Matter Vanderwill gets behind Jennings and breaks that play up. And she's going to hit it forward. Betts knocks it up forward again, and it's kicked again. Dottle heads it forward. Jennings. Vanderwill. Right, gets it. And Laura Stone's going to take it past her. And she hits a through ball, and it's just too heavy. Too heavy, too direct. And Dunlap made a long, hard run.
Got a good look at the wheels on Dunlap, though.
Yeah, she was running there, but Stone, she just got to keep that a little bit more of an angle and not quite so hard. Shepard cuts across. Still has it. Dunlap can't get to it. Stone drops it. Carlton hits it crossed over to Burkholder. Burkholder, the goal scorer, moves forward and says, all right, I'll take another shot. And it's a little bit farther than what she's used to. Short kick. Vanderwill. Headed out. And it's going to be thrown for the Dragons. Vanderwill, or Burkholder, throws it in, and it's another throw in. Parker Boffman. And she throws it towards the goal. Dunlap shields it very well. Yeah. Here's a shot, and it's just high. What a hit.
She smoked that shot.
She shielded it so well. She read the player correctly and just went a little bit too high. Nice try. There you go. So there you go. I want to see that camera zoom in just a bit. Gets it closer. Yeah, they're his cousins. All right. So the Dragons throw it in. It's broke up. Played back into the middle. Look at this. Boffman moves to it. Oh, what a square ball. And Allen can't get there. And she does now. Takes a shot, and it's going wide.
Argus working hard to see if they can get another one in here before the half.
Yep. They've settled the game down a little bit. They're moving the ball more, and now they're getting their chances again. Out of bounds. Straight from a goal kick. It's not what you want to see as a coach. Give and go. Shepard pulls back, fakes. Gets it over. Dunlap back over to Shepard. Great work. Broke up. And is going to stay in. Hits it in the middle. Burkholder steps to it.
Great step.
Goes over to Stone. Stone looks. Goes in the middle. Great ball. Allen just misses. And they miss. Vanderwill. Vanderwill takes a chance. And it's wide.
watch when he's talking. It's redlining.
Is it redlining? Here, I'll just turn the whole thing down. How's
No,
that?
that doesn't do anything.
Okay.
That just turns your mixer down.
Okay.
So just move that over to like a -10, right in there. Right in
How's that sound?
there. Yeah. See,
There you go.
It doesn't turn the whole bar red.
Okay.
The whole bar was turning red on him. He gets excited.
I was getting excited like this. Here's a shot, and it's just over the goal.
Nice shot. Seeing some great outside shots.
Parker Boffman with a shot.
Becomes a long game when you get into a defensive game like this.
It gets to be very physically draining mentally, and that's what
Yes.
physically, mentally, and then you're like, oh, we're always against the wall. We can't get out, and that doesn't help. Allen with a great ball. Stone looks. Stone's going to take a chance, and there it is, and it's just wide. I could tell by her demeanor as soon as she got the ball that she was going to take that shot.
That's going to be a corner.
Yeah, she went out to the side, and the goalkeeper just grazed off of her, so it's a corner kick. Let's see if Dunlap or somebody can get ahead on it. Yep, Laura Stone hits it, and it's not high enough. It's off of them, and it's going to be a clearance. And there's a nice hit forward. And Burkholder goes around two and then plays it back wide. And Vanderweel's more than happy to let it roll out, get a good throw in. Boffman gets the ball, drops to Vanderweel. Vanderweel takes her time, then plays it. It's a nice little ball and splits them, and nobody's making a run. And they just kick it out of bounds, miscommunication, and it's going to be a corner.
She's really wishing she kept that herself.
Yeah, the keeper's probably saying, hey, I was calling for it. But, yeah, Parker could have had that and went on in, but Shepard's going to try to take a corner this time. And
Dragons, number 2, Hannah.
Parker's out, and Hannah Trump's in.
We see the same set time in and time out. They don't play that short pass very often off the corner, do they?
No, and I want to see a near post run. That would be nice. Ball's in, and it's broke up. Vanderweel. Ball's missed. Burkholder. Burkholder's looking for it, and it's out of bounds. Going to be Argos' throw-in.
A lot of out-of-bounds plays. We haven't seen many whistles out on the field as far as foul calls. Really,
No, there's only been, what, one, two fouls? It's kind of boring, isn't it? We want to see some tackling. There's a ball forward, and Stone doesn't get there. Shepard hits it up. Vanderweel and Betts just hits it out of bounds. Well,
little breather for the Rochester defense.
yep.
Last year he came to Winter Mason
Into the Lady Dragons, number 11, Lauren Hampton.
because they were down there watching them play soccer.
Another substitution for the Lady Dragons.
Yep.
We haven't seen Rochester running too many subs in tonight.
Well, I don't know if they necessarily have to push on Allen. If they have the depth of bench that Argos has, and it's just the way it goes here. Allen, Gabby,
Tricky ball. She,
Amani gets it. Shot on goal.
Shot on goal by number 10, Jordan Jennings.
She looked very sure-handed off the bounce there.
Yeah. For a first-year keeper, she's done a phenomenal job. She's never played it before until this season. I put her in keeper 1 or 2 games there for my travel team, and I told Joe, I said, hey, there's your backup keeper, and at the moment, she's been doing pretty well. She's actually started the last couple games, so.
She's an undersized keeper, but we've seen a lot of undersized keepers do a heck of a job.
Abby Manikowski, you didn't get much more undersized than her. She was short. So, but she understood the game as a goalkeeper. That's what she did her entire career, and she knew how to time it. Boy, I don't care that I've never seen a goalie play so well as what she did against Munster in the Invitational. Abby probably had 20-some saves, and Mr. Snyder was here for that game. It was phenomenal. PK shootout, saved him. It was just awesome. So Bet's going to have no problem playing that out. So 3 minutes left in the first half. 1-0 by the Dragons.
Any goalkeeper will tell you it's a lot more about anticipation of the game than the length of the goalkeeper.
Yeah. So
right place at the right time.
And Amani comes out and picks it up. She needs to relax. Let's see what she's got. She's not had the strongest foot because she hasn't done it for a long time, but there you
Nice
go. That'll
punt.
work. Stone has it. Plays it. Allen back over to Stone. Stone's going to chip him. And back over to Allen. To Stone, and it misses. She's going to take it. And Allen goes wide. And it misses.
It slipped through both of them.
Yep. It's going to be a throw-in for Rochester. Well, I'm not real sure what the score was last year
2 minutes.
in this matchup. I know that Dunlap had 2, Stone had 1, Samantha. I think Alora had 1, but I can't remember the final score. So far,
4-0, I believe.
I think it was, I don't know if it was more than that last year or not, but I know that so far this year, the Lady Zebras have been working super hard, and a 1-0 scoreline is very solid. Now, that's a good ball, and it's on the top of the net.
You got to
Just,
think they're happy going into halftime.
At this scoreline, Coach Rensberger is going to be real excited.
Some missed opportunities left out on the field in the first half. For
Argos, yeah. There was definitely some missed opportunities, but the pressure is what's the important thing, and they've had that. Putting in the middle, just a miss hit. Shepard over to Jennings. Jennings goes forward, and Burkholder catches her quite easily. And she's going to take it wide across the pitch. And Alora Stone's going to recover that. Hits it on out the other side. Sydney Shepard against Bright. Bright goes around her. Turns back in the middle and hits it backwards. Dillingham puts it over in the center. Jennings has it. Jennings looks. She's going to hit one from distance. And Betts is there to break it out. Stone's going to miss it.
There's nothing flashy about this defense, but you don't catch them out of position.
No, I mean, you can see they're in a good flat four. They understand it well. You don't relinquish too much. Stone gets beat up by Shepard. Shepard's going to take a chance. Hits it forward, and Amani picks it up with ease.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, Coach Stone's going to chat with the ladies. We're going to go ahead and take a break here. We got 10 minutes on the scoreboard. Play a couple commercials or two, and we'll be back here in a little bit.
For unofficial halftime stats, Argos.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right. I'll let Steve's here. I'll let Steve step in for me real quick, and then
Where's the little thing? All right, welcome back. Here's second half action getting set to get underway here from the beautiful Eugene Snyder Field. Welcome back. We're on RTC TV4 here. Steve Stricker jumping in, helping out. Andy is actually helping some folks out in the parking lot that dropped their car off of their jack trying to change a tire. So that's just the kind of guy Andy is. Steve Stricker here with Doug Heckeman. So how you doing, Doug? You liking the broadcasting thing?
Doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good.
My car didn't drop off the jack tonight, so
Right.
we got that going for us, right?
So he went out to help him out. So I'm here producing and helping you guys just one last time here before we turn you loose on your own. And we're having a good game here. The Lady Dragons lead 1-0 at half over the Rochester Lady Z's. I got to try and stay a little bit impartial now. I can't root so much for Argos working at RTC full time. I got to kind of stay impartial for the Rochester folks. But really, really tight game from what I've seen. Both teams, you got to give the Lady Z's a lot of credit. I'd say they're really picked up their game here in the last 12 months.
Yeah, it's easy to root for a lot of the ladies out here. I mean, the Zebras have been fighting hard all game to keep it at 1-0. I mean, that's exactly where they want to be at this point. A lot of pressure put on them by Argos in that first half.
So we switch sides, obviously, and going here in the second half, the Z's are going to be going from right to left, Lady Dragons from left to right. Dragons trying to add to a 1-0 halftime lead here. Rochester trying to find an equalizer. It is senior night here for the Lady Dragons, so we have four seniors. Four seniors for the Lady Dragons this year. Good squad that's had a very accomplished career here in the Lady Dragons uniforms. Somebody's got some pizza going downstairs.
Yeah, I smell that. Getting a little bit hungry right now?
Well, I shouldn't. I went home and ate. There's a little chip shot, and that's going to be handled with ease by the keeper for the Zebras.
Ball spent a lot of time on the out of bounce on this end and every end. It's almost like the field's a little bit faster than the girls thought it would be tonight. The ball's getting away from a lot of heavy-footed passes.
Well, the thing with the evening game, you start to get that dew on the field, and the ball just starts to skip.
A little bit, yeah, that's exactly right.
So it's probably a lot different field conditions than the girls have been used to. We don't see a lot of night games. And that one gets back, easily handled in the back there by the Zebras.
This is really our first night game with the cooler weather that started to move into.
And that makes things happen differently too. You see that cooler weather, the ball travels a little different through the air. Doesn't make a huge difference, but it does make a difference. Beautiful night here in Argos. A lot of soccer happening here. Boys and girls junior high had a doubleheader with Concord. The girls won, the boys lost. But you look at that. The junior high is involved in the, what is their soccer conference called for the junior high?
Oh, I'm not sure. It is a different conference.
It's a different conference, and they play, the likes of Concord and Goshen, and
they travel a lot farther to find the
there's just not a lot of
programs.
There's just not a lot of teams around that have junior high programs like we do, and for a school as small as Argos is, they field a lot of good quality teams at a young age, and it pays off. There's a shot through, handled by Gonzalez.
Dan's, the concession stand will be closing in about 15 minutes.
Hoosier Soccer Conference.
So if you need to get anything,
Hoosier Soccer Conference.
get in there right around
So the junior high plays in the Hoosier Soccer Conference. The varsity plays in the Northern Indiana Soccer Conference. for Argos. Of course, Rochester, a member of the Three Rivers, the TRC.
Nice ball played ahead. Laid back. Not really anyone in the area for that one.
Push from behind there. No penalty called.
Argos offense seemed maybe a little out of sync tonight. A lot of the passes aren't to the other girls' feet. The only goal was a solo shot, really long shot. Be nice to see that that offensive attack start in the midfield and build moving forward with some crisper passing.
Yeah. Well, besides the four seniors, the Dragons somewhat inexperienced this season. They lost over the last couple of years some really good leaders that had played that varsity role for pretty much their whole 4 years. So I don't want to say it's a rebuilding year, but it is sort
of a transition year.
Transition year. And you've got the likes of Abby Manikowski, Samantha Stone, Courtney Dunlap 2 years ago. So there's some really transcendent players that have been through here that graduated in the last couple of years. So you don't just find those girls every day and replace them. It's just not that way.
The transitioning element is more so early, mid-season. By the time you're late season, a lot of those younger players have got enough experience under them that, they're going to play a little more like veterans too.
Mm-hmm. And there's some really good players coming up. They're just going to need some minutes. There's a really big class of freshmen that are very solid. Some really good sophomores and juniors as well. So Coach Stone has a lot to work with. You just got to give Rochester a lot of kudos here tonight. They're
hanging tough.
Yeah, they've equalized pretty much everything that the Lady Dragons have done. Of course, the coach, for Rochester is former Argos player, right?
That's right.
So she learned, soccer from the place where soccer is known, here at Argos. And I say that as somebody that went to Culver. It's soccer is the thing here.
That's right.
I'm kind of an outsider, even though my kids go here or went here. I'm kind of an outsider, and it is 100% soccer here at Argos.
It's a huge advantage when the whole community focuses on a sport from a young age and really owns it.
Yeah. As a basketball coach here, sometimes to my detriment, when it's basketball season, I want some girls to play basketball. Well, we're doing indoor soccer,
But your players are in good shape.
They are in good shape.
You can press the whole game.
Right. So we got almost 10 minutes gone here in the second half with Argos holding on to the 1-0 halftime lead here against Rochester. And a penalty kick just outside of the corner. And Laura Stone's going to send it in. A little curler inside. And there's, a nice shot on that.
Cleared, and we're on the counter.
Quickly down the
Rochester.
other way. Here comes the Zebras and cleared out to the side.
Plays it safe. Argos tries to reset, and Rochester's effectively shifted field.
They did quickly. Betts, all she could do was get that ball out of bounds.
Rochester's managed to get it down here, but as far as really threatening with a good quality chance, they've been lacking. It's going to have to come from the breakaway. And Argos defenders they're just playing smart, safe ball and making sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I was just looking through here on the Rochester roster, and they seem to have a nice mix. They do have a nice mix. Seniors, but they've got a nice mix all the way through. It looks like
very heavy sophomore class.
Yeah, sophomores and 1, 2, 3, 6 freshmen listed here on the varsity roster. So, good things coming up here for the Zebras as well. Coach Rensberger really has things on the right path here down at Rochester. Oh, nice shot. Gets over the first defender, but a great play by the goalie. That's the junior Morgan Dunlap with that play. Not used to saying that either. I'm used to Morgan being a freshman out there. I tell you what, it just seems like everything happens so fast.
We got the hot dog equivalent of the Hamburglar sneaking through the back of this place.
Well, Andy made it back up. Brother-in-law Todd had some tire issues, so he went out there to help him out, and he'll be making his way back here onto the mic as soon as he finishes his hot dogs. Thank everybody for joining us here tonight on RTC TV4 and our coverage of the Argos Lady Dragons and the Rochester Lady Zebras here at Argos. And
for the Lady Dragons, number 13.
This night view, I'm watching this. I've got it on my computer. I've got it, and I'm watching it. It's just kind of surreal, the contrast, between the lights and the dark in the background, and it makes for a really good shot. I love this. Night soccer, and really good game going on here. Only 1 goal scored, and both teams battling with a lot of passion.
It's a beautiful presentation of it. It looks like it's floating on an island there, doesn't it?
It does. It does. I like the way it, looks. Give a little shout out to my boss down there at RTC, Scott Sager, and his vision for this production and TV station, as well as Joe McCarter. Both of them have been very, very accommodating to me over the years, and I tell you, the fact that I get to do this for a living now is it's almost like a dream. I had a conversation with Scott the other day, and he said, "Don't be overworking yourself." And so I haven't been at work for 4 weeks. I haven't. It just doesn't feel like work, and I enjoy it, and really appreciate you and Andy, stepping up here and taking, taking over what we're doing here in Argos and kind of running with it. I'm looking forward to, some playoff soccer. Get some snow on the ground, as it gets cold in the winter.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
We're going to see the entire season change throughout the soccer season.
Yeah, it does.
From the hot, humid August days to, right up to the snowfalls. Rochester's really they've followed their game plan tonight, and they're battling, working really hard. They've done a nice job to be at this point in the game at 1-0.
Yeah, they are.
Rochester corner.
Got a corner kick coming on the far side here for the Zebras, and we'll see what they can do here off of the corner.
Again, ran out of bounds. It's kind of the story of this game. How many times they've either been ran out of bounds or just the ball's got away from them out of bounds. Really looking to tighten it up right there at this point to make some crisp passing in the midfield. And to Rochester's credit, this defensive group has done a nice job of getting themselves in the right spot and breaking up some plays.
What do you say, Andy? You ready?
Sure.
All right. Well, Doug, it's been fun. Andy's got his hot dogs done, so I'm going to turn it back over to you. And like I said, appreciate everything you and Andy are doing here. And let you guys finish the game out. About 25 minutes left. See if the Lady Dragons can hold off the Lady Z's.
Thanks, Steve.
Somebody's watching the game in Bloomington.
Alana Richard.
All right. Well, I just got a text. It says they're watching the game in Bloomington, Indiana. So I would say that's probably Lexi or Sydney Miller and them. And Samantha sent me a message, watching the game in my dorm room. Go Dragons. So I want to thank all of our viewers from long distance and down there at school. Hope you guys are enjoying it, working hard and studying. So Barkus with a nice move, gets it through. It's a good battle. Yep, 2 hands. All right, Gabby Allen going to have the service in. There's a beautiful ball in, and it's a header, and it just comes the wrong way.
Nice chip shot.
Gabby Allen's going to be positioned.
Use
Drops
that drop.
Burkholder puts it in the center. Zom misses. Trumpy can't get there. Allen goes square. Here comes Zom, puts it right back to her, and that's a smart play. Here comes Gabby Allen with the shot, and it's going to be just off frame and a save by the keeper.
Okay.
All right.
And for the Lady Dragons, number 16, Alora Stone. The concession stand is selling $1 hot chocolates while they last.
There's a ball through,
Nice
and
ball.
Betts is going to beat her to it because she has got wheels and is fresh and very smart defensively and puts it wide.
She's a big part of why they haven't really had a quality try on goal. I mean, she's just been there every time to scoop it up and just lay it out of bounds for the reset.
No, she's been just playing deep sweeper, and she's done very well at it. And that's right there is the perfect example. Almost to midfield and out of bounds. That's just fine. Bounces up. Vanderwill. Dottle can't get to it. Ball's played forward. And she can go around her. Stone has it. Stone's going to beat her. Puts it forward, and that's a great ball to Barkus. Can Barkus get it in the middle? And she gets it, and it's going to be right to the keeper, and Trumpy's almost there.
Great hustle to get around and keep that ball in play.
Yep. Carlton puts it forward. It's off of her. Burkholder goes wide. Out of bounds. Zom's going to reset.
Seeing a little rhythm repeating itself of pressure applied by the Dragons,
Yep.
and then Rochester sort of getting it out, getting a couple chances, and then we're back into this defensive mode for the Lady Zebras.
Yep. Zom hits it up the line, and a throw-in. It's off of Rochester, gets a graze, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Dragons. And again for the Dragons.
One more time.
For the Dragons. And there's a good throw. Trumpy is going to apply the pressure. Right to Argos. Barkus has it. Hits it out. Hit forward. Kayla Carlton puts it back in. Dunlap. Here comes Barkus. And that's a good run back by Barkus. Barkus needs a look. And that's a nice little cut. Hits it forward, and it's blocked second time around by number 6 for Rochester.
Great juke.
Yep.
Little back cut.
Tessa Brooks had to stop, but the fake was on, and that was a nice move by Barkus.
Zebras, number 30, Dallas Holloway. And for the Lady Dragons, number 19, Lizzie Edmonds.
And that's 2 bad throws by Burkholder in a row. Boy, Coach Stone's
Sort of
going to
an oddity.
not going to be happy with that. Wipes out in the slick wet field there. Kaylee Carlton's up with a smile. She knows that doesn't look good on camera, but not much you can do about it.
Steve and I were discussing this earlier. The temperature's dropping a little bit, and that dew's starting to set down on that field. You could see the ball skipping a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's how Chino got his third goal last night on Saturday night in the tournament. It was a nice shot near post, but it hit that grass and just skimmed past that keeper. He didn't have a chance. So it definitely makes a difference when it comes out. Ball forward. Great work. And got a chance going down the line.
And for the Lady Zebras, number 12, Claire Bright.
Well, I tell you,
And for the Lady Dragons, number 9.
every moment it's only 1-0, it just helps build confidence for the Zebras. No matter what, they're going to be ecstatic. Even though they're trailing, even though they're losing, they're going to be happy with this showing today.
Yeah, this next 8-9 minutes is going to be a tough stretch for them. It's kind of they should be losing their legs a little bit. They've been working really hard. Argos have been substituting a little bit more. But once you get inside of that 10-minute mark and they know they're down 1-0, they're just going to push through no matter how tired they are.
Amani slides out with a tough one and grabs the ball before anybody can take a chance to shoot it.
She's been great tonight.
Yeah, she hasn't had to do massive amounts, but when she's had to do something, she's always done what's right.
Very clean, very steady.
Shepard goes over to Stone. And Stone. And it's broke up. I'd like to see her dribble that into pressure. Barkus. Still has it. Goes over. Dottle. Gets it over to Trumpy. And it's behind her, and it's just cleared out. Kaylee Carlton heads it wide. Burkholder's going to go against Dallas. And it's knocked forward. Going to be a throw-in for Rochester. Drops. Bright. Kicks it square. There's an open player.
Nice.
Goes wide.
Nice passing sequence there for the Lady Zebras. Drop pass, switch field.
Trumpy has it. Turns it towards the center. Fakes. And then hits it right up. And Alora Stone doesn't get it. Bright kicks it forward. Hits it up. And Amani's going to pick it up with ease.
A lot of passing going to girls' feet, and it's really hard to handle a hot pass right at your feet rather than a passing bubble right in front of you.
Yeah.
Where you can come up on the ball.
Barkus going to throw it in.
And for the Lady Dragons, number 5, Gabby Allen.
Burkholder's out. Allen's in. Dottle back. Allen's in the midfield. Throws it out. Goes forward. Heads it back. Allen plays it up, and that's a good ball to Barkus. Barkus has got 2 to contend with. She's going to apply the pressure.
Well, that's the time to really get aggressive with the defense there.
Yep. Barkus goes back, looks for Stone. Stone's going to get it. Stone's going to go, and it's going to be a corner kick.
One cheese dog on play, one hot dog play.
Argos corner.
Laura Stone going to try to put service in, see if the Dragons. And that's a great ball. Oh, and Edmonds just misses it, and it's a hit, and the goalkeeper gets it.
Was that Trumpy? Think so?
A little bit of pinball in there.
Yep. Good things happen when the ball's in front of the goal. Kaylee Carlton. Trump. Look at the freshman. Here she goes. Just late on that pass, and she's upset with herself.
Profits must be good.
Dottle breaks it up. Shepard. Dallas with the shove in the back. It was obvious. I called it. As soon as he hit the whistle, I knew what it was. Trump cuts through, and that's a great play for Trump.
Oh,
Barkus.
great idea.
Can she get a shot off? No, she can't yet. And it's broke up. Allen's got time. Dottle goes to it. Barkus goes to it. And come back from an offsides position. Coach Stone is going to sub in for Barkus, I'm sure, off that one. You watch. I'm already predicting it. We haven't walked the line immediately after that call was made, recognizing that Barkus is tired. Laura Stone going to call a handball. Shepard's going to get it. Dottle runs through it.
It's a good no call there.
Yeah, it's good pressure by both. Miss settled, and
Foot race.
Allen gets beat to it. Here goes the turn. Heavy touch forward, hit out of bounds. And there's going to be subs for each. And there goes Barkus. Wonder who called that.
Then for the Lady Zebras, number 8, Ryla Heichman. Then for the Lady Dragons, number 18, Morgan.
Time to use up some of that. Nice.
Yep. Dunlap's got one. Gets it back to Trump, and that's a great ball. Trumpy needs to hit it to her, and she's going to go wide to Shepard, and that's just fine. Shepard takes a touch, heavy touch forward, and allows the defender to come get it. These girls need to
They're really falling into that time and time again tonight.
release the ball when you get the opportunities. One touch from Trump back to Dunlap, and it's a goal. Mr. Snyder's calling it a night. We got the play-by-play by Eugene Snyder here. He's going home. He may have to drive bus tomorrow. He don't know yet. Stone hits it forward. Yeah, he's got to take his ball home and go home. Stone gives it over.
Ball.
Allen's
Pressure's
got one
coming.
behind her. To Stone. Stone with the shot, and it's going to curl, and it's punched out. Trumpy's got it 1-by-1 and scores it with the lefty. Trump with a great follow. The freshman sealing the game.
Beautiful follow. Beautiful left.
No, that would be a shot blocked by the goalkeeper from Stone, and then tapped back in by
Dragon goal by number 2, Hannah Trump.
Hannah Trump.
Great example of the dew making that hard to come up with by the keeper.
So that's going to be trouble, and it sure was, and it was a great initial save, but unfortunately nobody from Rochester was tracking back, and Dragons have been taught, follow the shots, and pounced on that one, and Trumpy took her time and used her left and hit it, and now they smell a little bit of blood in the water, and they're going to apply some pressure. Both of them missed that one, and it's going to be a handball.
This defense had held strong for a long time before that.
Yeah, I mean,
But it was about Argos starting to do the right things up front.
yeah. Throw in. Well, the Lady Zebras have had a great game so far, and the fans have been good for them. I just hope them, they're down 2-0. I don't want them to get negative and yelling at their players. I want them to stay positive because they've had a great battle so far. What a save by Amani.
Great save.
Close range, a shot, and saved. I think it was number 8. I'm not real sure. Dunlap goes around, and unfortunately, our header's out of bounds.
Shot on goal by number 8, Ryla Heisman.
Save. Monty was tough. And there's a cutoff from Morgan. Gets it over to Trump. Trumpy goes back to Morgan, and she gets a touch. Trumpy, and it gets to Morgan. And she takes a quick shot, and it's saved by the keeper. Another shot on frame.
18, Morgan Dunlap.
Good work by her and Trump up top. I like the connections. Edmonds gets that ball, and that's a smart play. It's going to bounce over. Oh, and it gets her in the face. She does block it, but she had to pay for it. Burkholder steps up and gives it over to Stone. Stone looks, and it's broke up. And Trumpy battles for it. They hit it forward. Hampton back into the center. Headed out by Shepard. Smart play by Dallas. Look at that drop. That's a good play. Stone causes havoc, and Allen steals the pass. Puts it over to Burkholder. Burkholder back across field. Coach Stone was talking to Trump. She had her back turned, but Laura Stone gets it. And that's a great ball. And it's a little too hard, and she drops it, and Morgan misses. But we talked about making those runs and going forward, and the dew on the grass causing difficulty.
You don't give up on any play at this point.
Barkus in for Trump.
Hit for the Lady Dragons.
Yeah, if there's one thing I'm impressed with, it's Rochester conditioning at this point. They really haven't ran many subs through, and they're playing just as hard as they have in the first half.
Yeah, they're a little slower and this and that, but they are absolutely killing themselves for it. Here's a good chance. Barkus takes a shot, and it's corner kick for the Dragons.
On this corner.
Laura Stone's going to take it. Vanderweel, Barkus, Dunlap, Allen, all going on the line. At the 18, going to charge that box.
Be nice to see him go short and get a nice anything on goal type of a shot out of this.
Stone hits it, and it's out of bounds behind the goal. Wowzers. Well, as they say,
Wowzers.
it happens. It happens. Coach won't be happy with that. We've seen it over the years. She's not the first one to do it. Here's a quick play out. Out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Dragons. 7 minutes left. Dragons up 2-0. Looking to score some more. Hampton. Vanderweel puts it in the center. It's going to bounce. Dunlap's going to head it. Gives it over to Stone. Stone's got some chance, and she gets run into traffic. Adrian Shepard battles hard with Stone. Vanderweel. Now this is where back last year, Samantha, this is her range all day long. Kaylee Carlton.
A night like this, you put this on goal.
Well, she's looking. I'm not real sure. She hits it and doesn't have it. It's blocked by Shepard. Allen drops. Burkholder. Oh, and that's a great ball to Dunlap. Dunlap turns and fakes, and they're going to kick it out, and it's going to be another corner.
It was a nice turn and a nice defensive play right there.
So Laura Stone's going to take another one.
Seen some nice passes come across the middle, but nothing really connected on.
There's a good hit. It's knuckled down, and it's Burkholder with the left. Puts it back into play. It's going to clear it out by Bright. Hits it up, and it's blocked by Dottle. Stone has it. Dribbles. Looks. Makes a great pass to Dunlap. One on her. Dunlap. Got a battle. Get up. Dunlap's up. Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, it was a good no call.
Yeah. Out of bounds. Throw in.
Officiating crew's done a nice job tonight.
Yeah, they've done real well. Officiating crews typically like the girls' game because it's not quite so fast-paced. But as you can see, there's still fouls. There ain't no doubt about it. And Laura Stone clears them out with her shoulder there. Cuts it back through 2, 3. Puts it square. Zom, the freshman, and it's a good save. And they're going to say she was okay. That was a good work. Stone's got a little revenge for them hitting Dunlap over in the corner. She didn't like that, so she put the shoulder on her. Clean play.
It was a clean.
But it was good and physical.
No lean, no arm,
Nope.
arm extension. It was.
And Gabby Allen. Kayla Carlton puts it forward. Crossed in the center. Morgan's going to have to deal with the skip. She's got it. Hits it around. And that one, Dunlap's getting tired. Number 6 for Rochester, Tessa Brooks, has been super tough.
Yeah.
Senior battling, or sophomore battling the junior from Argos.
Yeah, she hasn't given an inch.
No, I like the way she plays. She's very physical, very direct to the ball. No bones about it. Great ball in. And Stone blocks it. Here comes Burkholder. Looks at Dunlap. Dunlap's going to get it, broke up, and she's going to throw it in. Burkholder cuts to it. It's going to take it around. Gives it to Stone. Headed up. Burkholder has it. Dunlap. Burkholder battles. And a foul on Burkholder. Shepard. Has worked hard. Allen has time. Allen goes forward. And she's tried to get hit from behind, and Dallas missed it. She was a stinger.
Rochester foul.
Stone goes around. Stone's taking a chance, and it's a hit, and it goes wide.
She lined it up at a great spot there.
Yeah, just fortunately was a little bit too square behind it. Straight in line, and it's going to curl away one way or the other.
Number 25.
And goes wide. Dragons 2-0. 2 minutes left in the game.
If you're Coach Stone, you feel pretty good about your defense coming out of a game like this, maintaining the shutout. The field's a little bit slick. Your keepers come up with everything that's come at her very cleanly.
Yeah.
They played smart and disciplined.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good game. I mean, he's going to say he's going to be a little bit, I guess, disappointed or maybe disheartened a little because, you know, he saw what they just battled, how hard they worked super hard against CGA. And he was probably thinking this was going to be a little bit of an easier task, but, you know, they've done well. They've maintained shape. They've created a ton of opportunities. And look at this fake there. Stone with the left, and it's broke up again. And it's broke up again. Stone with the right footer, and it's just over the goal. But, you know, to Rochester's credit, they've worked super hard. But no match for the Dragons tonight. But a 2-0 loss is worlds better than what it's been in years past. I think Argos remains undefeated against Rochester throughout the school's history. But the effort's there, and you like to see a Rochester program improving. Wet grass.
Claims another.
Claims another out of just setting up the hit, and they're falling down. Vanderwill. Barkas. Vanderbilt takes it over. goes through, and it's broke up. Allen?
There's definitely some good building blocks here for Rochester.
Yep.
A sophomore heavy team and a lot of freshmen on it. This could be much improved in 2 years.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Dunlap has it. They battle for it. Dunlap's going to get there. It's broke up, and it's going to stay in.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
And you'll probably hear the Rochester crowd pretty loud and cheerful for this. You know, it's a pretty good victory as far as mentally type of game, but definitely Dragons were dominant. They owned most of possession. They had way more shots on frame. Overall, more corner kicks was causing them to create more chances and having Rochester create more fouls just to their quality of play. So good win on senior night for Argos, 2-0. Probably not the highest score line that they were expecting, but still a pretty good job. And kudos to Rochester. They're working hard. And Chantel down there, Argos alum, doing good things for their program. Coach Stone chalks up another win. So we're going to call it an end. Let's see here. We got an outgoing something or other here. Let's see what we're supposed to say when we're leaving. Ending broadcast. We're going to let you do that, Dougie.
All right, that's going to be a wrap-up tonight, coverage of the Argos Lady Dragons on RTC TV4. For Andy and Doug here, this is Doug saying good night here from Argos at Eugene Snyder Field.